Say something for the podcast. Tell the people what you feel.
I'm just jazzed about being on the show, man.
You are listening to The Objective Jerk, where objectiveness is the objective, and I am said jerk.
What's up, everybody? This is The Objective Jerk, and I'm said jerk. How's everyone doing? Hope everybody is well. Trying to think of what was the last thing. Oh, I posted, not for my podcast, but I posted a video of me reacting to the debate. So it's been a week, I guess, since I did anything. But I was in Manila, so but yeah, so doing nothing, retired. So I was in so last week I reacted to, or I did a video of me reacting to the debate, which I didn't plan. It was I was just going to record some stuff to maybe get some little, clips and follies of Biden so I could use it for whatever if I wanted to. And I guess I have it set up to record the screen and plus have me, so it was starting with me. So I was like, well, maybe I'll record myself reacting to it. So that's what happened. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Some people watched it. I never get any feedback. Man, at least something. Hey, it sucks. I guess I need to, I look at, it's weird how on Rumble, it's different what is popular and compared to the actual podcast. So I don't know. I'm thinking about taking like my most popular podcast and then kind of going with that formula for a little bit and see how that does, and then do the most popular Rumble. You know what I mean? At least the topics, because I don't have a niche really. It's just my topics are all over the place. It's just whatever I feel like talking about. So maybe, I don't know, I don't know. I'm not trying to be, whatever. This is more for me than anything. And if you enjoy me, venting, then cool. I don't know. Anyway, so I did that video, and then we've been kind of busy with some stuff. And then we went to Manila, got back a couple days ago, actually. We got back, when did we get back? Wednesday? It was, the trip was horrendous because we rented a van. And I got a little bit of, I got some firsthand examples and knowledge of why Filipinos drive the way they do, kind of. So I'm in this van, and this guy, like, I would always get upset when I'm driving around and I'm getting flashed like crazy. I'm like, why are they flashing? I was like, my brights aren't on. What the fuck? You know what I mean? It's so annoying. And this guy, and this is what he does. This is kind of like his job. It's like a side hustle. Most jobs in the Philippines are like side hustles, but it's their job. And so he has a van, and he, hooks up with people, and he'll either drive people to Manila or pick up stuff for people or whatever. You know what I mean? So he makes the drive a lot, right? But he is the epitome of what annoys me about Filipino drivers. So I couldn't really sleep in the van on the way there because I was just annoyed. I couldn't stand the way he drove. First of all, it's like he's slow, but then like we're on the road and he's sitting there like weaving back and forth, wanting to pass people, and then he gets in front of them. But then when there's like open road, he just fucking 70 kilometers, 80, you know what I mean? Like, go. What the fuck are you waiting for? Go. So he's like a slow driver, but then he still acts when there's, I don't know, it's like, I just don't get it. And then with the brights, dude, the fucking dimmer switch, like when it's dark out, instead of just having your brights on so you can see, he just flips them on periodically during dark spots. He flips it every time there's somebody. It's almost like wigwags on a car on the lights for like a cop car. Like he's trying to like let everybody know, hey, I'm coming. Like somebody will be on the shoulder on the motorcycle or whatever, this and that. He's going to pass somebody. Hey, I'm going to pass. Hey, I'm passing. Hey, I just passed you. And the whole time he's flipping his fucking dimmer switch nonstop. Like click, 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 click. And so I'm sitting there and I just hear this clicking, clicking, click. It's like, dude, fucking leave it on. Like, you have headlights. People can see you. Like, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. It drove me fucking nuts. And he was so slow. It took so long to get there or get home. Oh, I'm definitely not going to get that guy again. I mean, he wasn't a horrible driver, like as far as safety, really. He just, his driving habits just drove me nuts. But yeah, so we went to Manila, spent a few days and a couple nights, went to the Asian mall and let the kids, I ate at Olive Garden for the first time in 5 years or something. I had the tour of Italy and it was good. It's funny how like some restaurants here, like Olive Garden was for the most part like in the States. There was a few differences. The salad was missing some things. The breadsticks were a little different. I mean, for all I know, the breadsticks have changed in the States too, but they were still good, but they weren't the same. Like Texas Roadhouse is just like in the States, which is why I like going. Burger King's okay. Wendy's is kind of like it's close, but it's just not quite there. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, it's just kind of weird how that works, but real quick because it's getting warm. So I brewed some beer just to I'll go back to Manila here in a minute, but I want to so I brewed some beer. It's actually from a kit from Amazon I've had for a while, and I brewed some a while back. Turned out really good. It's like a Hefeweizen, but it's kind of like it's like a hamburger helper beer. You know what I mean? It's already ready. All the seasoning, everything's done. You just got to put it in there and cook it. I mean, there's still techniques and whatever, but for the most part, it is what it is, you know? But I'm kind of thinking about, because there is a brewery supply here in Manila to buy some grains and hops and various things and start making my own beer, like legitimately kind of make it, you know what I mean? Because this is kind of like, it's making it, but it's not, it's kind of cheating, sort of, I guess you would say. But anyway, so it's a Hefeweizen like brew kit I bought like 2 years ago. And so I brewed some more. It's not Red Horse. I just used the bottle. So I haven't tried this one. So that's why I kind of was like, you know what? I feel like trying it. So I figured I'd do it during my thing. So let's see if there's a little carbonation. There should be some carbonation in here. Oh, yeah. Nice. Oops, shit. Might be getting a mess here. Pour it. Guess I should pour it for the camera, right? Ooh, look at that. You know, I saw a thing where it's like whoa, that's a lot of fucking head. Let that sit for a minute. The coloring looks pretty good though. Can you see it? Oh, I guess I'm gonna have my effects, whatever. So you're not gonna be able to tell. But yeah, there's a lot of carbonation and foam, so there's a lot of head. But supposedly, like, it's better to have the head now than in your stomach, because if you have all this foam, it's not going to get any more foamy. So, but if you drink it without the head in your stomach, then it builds the head, you know, the foam, it foams up in your gut or whatever, I guess. I got to look more into that, but so anyway, yeah. So, okay, I got it poured. Whoa, yeah, there's a lot of foam in here. I think it's because I kind of overfilled the bottle with the beer. I didn't leave a whole lot of room. The carbonation is a lot. Anyway, so went to Manila. Had some issues with the hotel a little bit. We got our appointments done like within the first day, the first half, which was awesome. Like I was expecting to have at least 2 days going back and forth, having to schedule another appointment for something, but we got it all done. So that was nice. And then we just went to malls. It's funny how malls are so big here that, you know, it's like how it used to be in the States, you know, 20 years ago, whatever. But let me try this real quick. It's pretty good. I use more malt, and I think I can taste it. It's good, but I think it was better last time. But this time I had like, because when you get, I'm all over the place talking about Manila and the beer, but when you get, the little package to brew your beer, you get the malt, which is like in powder form. Oh, son of a bitch! I think it's really carbonated. Should leave it open a little bit. Anyway, and then so I brewed my first batch, which was kind of like what I got now, like 4 liters worth of beer, 1 gallon, because you get a little, what do they call it? The something boy. It's a little glass jar, giant jar for, fermenting the beer. I made a bucket though, so I can do more at a time. So my next batch is going to be more beer. But anyway, so I divided up the malt because it just comes in one big package. So you got to measure it out and stuff like that to do the right amount. And I have 2 containers that were like milk containers that I put some malt in and sealed it. And then I put the last whatever in this other container. But I had everything out in my garage, and the heat like melted the malt. So it was like a hockey puck, but it was a huge one, like at the very bottom. I had to cut the container to get it out. And it was a little bit more than what's for the recipe, the ingredients, whatever. But I put it in there, and it took a while for it to melt down and stuff. So I had to keep stirring it. But I can taste it. I was kind of worried. I was like, man, is it going to be too... It's weird. There's like more, it seems more citrusy. Did I do something? Try to remember what I did. Anyway, not bad. So Manila, went to the mall, just, of course we went to Wendy's, we went to Taco Bell. Oh, Taco Bell was pretty close. I had a crunch wrap. They don't have the same menu, but they have, for the most part. But what's funny though, is you go to Wendy's, you go to Taco Bell, everything's got a rice meal, rice and fried chicken. Holy shit, dude. Every place you go. Did Dairy Queen, you get a Blizzard, things like that. What else? And then did some shopping, bought some shoes for the kids and stuff, and normal kind of whatever. But for me, I can only take so much of that, I talked about before being an introvert. It's like so I got my introvert and I got my PTSD where, I don't trust anybody. I'm keeping, I'm just thinking about somebody's going to try and mug us or try and, you know what I mean? Like, that's just how I think. Like, it just...
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thanks again for listening to The Objective Jerk. I greatly appreciate it. If you could like, subscribe, comment on wherever you're finding this, and you can also email me at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com. So hope you're enjoying it, and please continue on with the episode.
I got like multiple knives on me. I don't know. And it's do I believe it that somebody's gonna, for the most part, no. I think I'm getting better, but still you just never know, And I would be upset if something happened and I wasn't prepared for it. But see, my introvertness and my PTSD, just my stress levels are really high in public places and everything. And it's not all the time, it's like when I'm in I go through it's like, I don't know how, it's just my introvert, my depression and PTSD just kind of and sometimes they both align turned off, and I'm like in such a great mood. Like I'm just, I love in life. Everything's awesome. But that doesn't happen very often. Like I don't know. It's just weird. It's like either my introvert is, I'm trying to recharge, or I got my depression, my PTSD, whatever. So it's just like, fuck, man. It's just kind of, plus I'm getting older, as you get older, you kind of get off my lawn, So even though I didn't really do anything except walk around, we went to a museum, which was cool, and this and that. My lower back, I have lower lumbar disc disease, so it's like walking for long periods of time kind of hurts. But other than that, I didn't really do anything, And I missed the spot when I shaved. I can feel it right here. But then it's like I'm just worn out. So like actually the last day, the day we left, I stayed in the hotel. We went and had breakfast at the hotel, and then the wife and kids went shopping a little bit. They went and did something. I just stayed in the hotel and kind of organized our stuff and just chilled, because like, as an introvert, you got to decompress, you got to recharge. And to do that, you have to be alone. You know what I mean? And so that's what I did. And then on the ride back, as I told you before, it drove me nuts. And so it was like the longest drive. I would rather drive myself, but my license is so here they accept other official licenses, driver's licenses, but mine expired. So I'm trying not to drive as much. I mean, am I going to get pulled over and somebody's going to check my license? I'm like 99.9% sure no, that's not going to happen. But we're still trying to work on, my paperwork and stuff isn't complete. So it's like trying to limit any reason for me to get in trouble and possibly get deported. Will it happen? No. But it's just, I'm trying to be, good. I can't think of a word. So I didn't drive, but so I've driven. Usually what I would do is we would drive to a city that's like 2-3 hours away from Manila or something like that. I think it's 2. And it's a sister-in-law. She has her house there, but they're living in Korea right now. So we would stay there, and then we would get somebody to drive us in Manila, because Manila is crazy. And it's not the same kind of crazy as here, although there is that, but it's just so much traffic, And definitely don't want to drive in Manila with my license the way it is. But anyway, I could do it. Like if we left that night and drove all night, I could drive into Manila to our hotel and park, because there's not as much traffic at night. And then while we're there, just take Grab, which we did, which is like Grab is the the same, what's it called in the States now? I can't remember. Where people just give you rides and it's on an app. You get on your app and you order a ride and everything's paid for. What the crap is that called? I can't remember now. But it's called Grab here. And that's what we do. We take that everywhere. So it's just getting to and from Manila, So I think next time I have a few things on our van. We have a 90, it's either 95, 96 or 97 Mercedes MB100, which is, a big passenger van, but it was my wife's my mother-in-law's van. And so we've been slowly replacing things on it, new shocks, new reservoir for the radiator, just all kinds of stuff, man. A new water pump, I don't know, but we're still working on it. But once that thing is up and running like 100%, then that's kind of like what my plan is just to, when we go to Manila, I'll just drive, leave like 8 o'clock at night ish, drive all night. I'll get there much quicker. That's the thing too, is like Filipinos aren't really aggressive at night and stuff like that. So it took like, I don't know, 10 hours or something when it should be 8, and I could do it in probably like 7 or 6 hours, especially at night. You know what I mean? Unless there's like some kind of crazy traffic jam. I'm going to time it next time, but that's what I do is just drive. Dude, I haul ass, drink some energy drinks, put on my headphones. Everybody sleeps and I just, and then, you know, we can get there. And then once we're there, we just take a grab, and then I'll have to sleep obviously for a little bit, but yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, going to Manila. You know, it's nice to have various stores and places to eat and things to do and stuff like that. But man, it's just, I don't like being in the city. I really don't. I remember I used to love being in the city when I was a kid, you know, especially when you first turned 21. I remember going to Seattle, like wanting to go to Seattle and go to, I can't remember what they call it now, but they had this area where it was like a bunch of bars and you would just walk like right next door to, you know, there's this area, they had a name for it. I can't remember what it is, but you would just go there, go to a bar, hang out, because you would pay like a cover charge and you'd get a bracelet, and that would give you access to all of them. You know what I mean? Or you could just pay for one and just go to that one bar, or you could pay a little more and get the bracelet and have access to all of them. You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool, being a young person wanting to go and be social and drink and stuff like that. But now it's like, ugh, it's just not appealing at all. And that was the first time I remember. So I used to hate onions as a kid, hated onions. And then, so I was 21 and was at this place in Seattle. It had a name. I can't remember it. Somebody listening to this maybe would know, but it's just this place. I can't remember. Gosh, what was it called? Anyway, and so all the bars would close and you come out and there'd be vendors with food and stuff like that. And this guy had bratwurst, you know, sausages and kielbasas and various whatever. And you could get the thing. And I ordered one and he gave it to me and it had just grilled onions all over it. And I was drunk. So I was just like, whatever. And I ate it. And I was just like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing in the world. Like I ate like 3 of them or something. And ever since then, I've loved onions. It's kind of one of those things. But yeah, so that's kind of all that I'm doing. So work on getting the grains and everything so I can actually brew my own beer. So I can actually maybe have a recipe that no one would have. Because, you know, anybody can get this kit and make the same beer for the pretty close anyway. But so I want to kind of make a Hefeweizen, get the, you know, and kind of maybe even sell it just to people, to friends and stuff. Excuse me. But I think I'm at my time. Can I at least come and shower? I'll be quiet. Okay, yeah, so my wife, I locked the door because I'm doing the podcast. I told my wife to get lost. But she's wanting to come in. So I guess that's going to be it. At 23 minutes roughly. Send me a message, a comment, any questions you might have about, you know, living here in the Philippines or anything that I've discussed, or beer or whatever. You got some suggestions. There's a link on the Buzzsprout on my description where you can, it's called fan mail, or I don't know what it looks like for you, but you can send me something, say, hey, you're an idiot and I hate your show. Or, you know, whatever. I brew beer, I do this, whatever. I don't know, whatever it is. Let me know. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
You just put yourself through another episode of The Objective Jerk. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Please email me at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, comment, wherever you find this, follow. It all helps. But thanks again, and I'll see you next time.